What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Talkin podcast where we talk about sports, news, entertainment, culture, gaming, and pretty much anything else we feel like. I'm your host and worst best friend, Ramboss the Terrible, and the man to my right, I actually caught him throwing virgins into a volcano. Mike Ehle. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
What's going on, man? You got to make some sacrifices sometimes. Trying to get this podcast up off the, get it running. You got to make some sacrifices.
Dude, keep throwing them virgins in there.
I think they weren't virgins before I threw them right into the volcanoes. That's where I messed up. I think they got to be virgin, total virgins. So I'm going to try it again.
All right. And with that, let's go ahead and get the show started. All right, Mike. So
yes.
I was telling you that I wanted to try something with you real quick. It's not going to take. It won't take that long. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clap. All right, and I'm going to be clapping along to a certain rhythm or cadence, right? And I want you to tell me what it is that I'm clapping. It could be a sentence, it could be a word, it could be a song, it could be a phrase, anything. All right. But I just want you to tell me, huh?
This don't sound right.
No. Trust me, it's not that bad. All right. So I'm going to clap and I want you to see if you can tell me what it is.
A sentence?
It could be anything. Literally anything. It could be a word. It could be anything. Like literally anything. A phrase,
right. Let me close
song,
my
whatever.
eyes.
Yep,
so
just close your eyes. Focus.
I just need to hear.
And listen. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday.
You got it.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly,
I thought you were going to be like, no, it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Because
no.
It's the same cadence.
It is the same cadence.
Yeah.
But
it's this.
Okay, so now here's a follow-up question. All right. How many people do you think would be able to guess that correctly from just hearing it?
You talking about percentage-wise?
Percentages, yeah. Like out of 100 people, how many people would you think would guess correctly that
70.
clap? You think 70% of people would be able to guess correctly?
70 out of 100. Yes.
Okay. So there was a study done, all right, where they actually this study is called the curse of ignorance, right?
Oh, shit.
They study this thing called the curse of ignorance. And it's also called the curse of knowledge, right? So it kind of has two names to it. But basically, what the study was trying to do is figure out if people would recognize either a song or something like that people it plays in my head, right? Like I'm clapping along, right? So I can hear it in my head. Happy birthday to you, but you can't, right? So it's super obvious to me what the song is, but it's not super obvious to you, right? But the curse of knowledge is like, how come I know it, and how could you possibly not know it? You know, it seems like it's something everybody would know, right? But the thing is, they did a test and they were like, all right, how many people would actually be able to pick up on this sound? And out of 100 people, only 2.5 people, so 2.5% actually guessed correctly for that song.
Yeah.
2.5%, right?
Yeah, I think that's pitiful. Because when I first started, what was going through my head when I was like, okay, how's the fucking McDonald's ring go? How's this go? Like, what are well-known commercials?
Yeah.
That.
The thing is, I think they did it with, monotonous tones. So it was just like, ba, 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 ba. Like, there was no, up or down. But I think it's a little easier when, with clapping. You can I kind of clap a little louder or softer at different points. So I think your ear can kind of pick up on it a little better with clapping. But when they did it, they just did it with, just regular tones. Just
monotone shit.
Monotone as hell. Ba, 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 ba. So it was it's really hard to pick up on that. I
still would have got it with monotone if it's like that.
Yeah, but it would probably have been harder, right? You think it might have been a little harder, but that's how they ran their test. With me, I don't have that type of I don't have a metronome or something like that to do that. So I was just clapping. But it's impressive that you still got it. I think a lot of people are going to get it just because of the clapping. But if you stop and think, I failed. Yeah, when I was doing it, I was like, what the hell is this fucking song? or whatever. What is this sound? I was like, I could not piece it together. Like it was
the
driving me
same
goddamn
song?
crazy. Yeah, it was Happy Birthday. And then once they tell you it's Happy Birthday, that's all you hear.
Man, you're fucking ignorant. Test of ignorance.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Mine's knowledge. Yours is
Yeah, you got the curse of knowledge. I got the curse of fucking
you're
ignorance
just
or whatever. But it's kind of crazy. Like I was actually thinking about that afterwards. I was like, why was it so hard for me to figure out Happy Birthday?
Because now you can hear it. Now you're like, damn, that motherfucker really was playing.
That's all you hear. Yeah, that's all I can hear now when they do that. I was like, oh shit, that was literally it. It's just ba 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 ba, and I was just like,
You're
oh my
gonna go
god.
to a speech one day, he's doing Happy Birthday. That's all you're gonna think of. No, motherfucker, we're just clapping.
It's like, whose birthday is it?
Yeah. Are we doing Happy? Whose birthday? Oh, come on, you told him.
But it's pretty cool. I think they did it with Happy Birthday. And I forgot what other song they did, but Happy Birthday was the one that really fucking like got me, because I was like, how the hell wouldn't the other song they did? I didn't even know the song, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was.
It was like
I was thinking hard.
No, it was like a Beatles song or something. But yeah, no, Happy Birthday is just like, universal still. But that's just it either. Like with Happy Birthday, it could have been Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, But I'm assuming they would have accepted that too, just because it's the same beat. That would have been an okay answer. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. You guys can look it up and maybe try out different things for yourself, or try it with your friends.
Yeah,
See if they can guess
that up.
Dude, I was clapping for you. It wasn't just a monotonous ass tone. If you do the tone one, you'll see like it's harder than you would think. Like literally only 2.5% of people. But you guessed 70, and then when they were talking about it, like on the study, they said most people guessed that it'll probably be around 50% is what people said.
Yeah,
like they thought 50% of people.
Yeah, because
everybody
a well-known song like that. Yeah, I've been singing that song like at least once a year.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, go check it out, and
what's it called?
Impress your friends. It was called like the Curse of Knowledge or the Curse of Ignorance. Okay. Let's see, we got some. I don't really have a lot of sports shit this week.
There was really no sports, was there?
There wasn't really much going on. There was only
the XFL started, but I mean, I don't watch that shit.
Yeah, same thing. Like I know the XFL started, and there was like a Jake Paul and
he got his first loss, didn't he?
Yeah. All right, so let's just talk about that real quick, I guess. The whole fucking.
Do you know who he fought?
Jake Paul. Jake Paul fought Tommy Fury.
Okay, that's what Fury. Okay.
So, and it was actually his first loss, technically, I guess. Honestly, like all his fights are pretty terrible. Like they're all either obviously staged.
Right. But the competition ain't the greatest.
No, at all. Everybody he's fought is like 40 years old or higher. Like I think like, the average is like 38 or something like that.
Don't get me wrong, I probably wouldn't step in the ring with him, but I mean,
no, I mean
he has
literally
more training than me.
I give him a lot of credit. He's actually gotten a lot better from where he started, but he's not fighting at a professional level.
No,
So he's just it's literally just like celebrity exhibitions, if you want to even call them celebrities at this point, But he did lose, so I mean. I don't know if he lost on purpose or whatever to kind of build up some hype for the next one or what their plan is.
Maybe they're gonna have a second one.
I don't know, but I hope he's just fucking throws it up and says, "All right, I'm done with this shit."
No, man, he's not done, man. He's not done.
They make so much money from these things. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why he's not done. Yeah. So
yeah, it actually like it was kind of funny. Like I have a quote that he said after he lost. He said, "I felt flat. Got really sick in camp twice, and I injured my arm. It wasn't my best performance. I'm not making excuses."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great quote. I mean, I'm not making no excuses. These are facts.
Exactly. Like everything you just said was a fucking excuse. He's like, I got fucking diarrhea, and my dog died. And I got a flat fucking tire on the way to the goddamn arena.
Broke my thumb on the way to the ring. So I mean, but I mean, I was gonna win.
Yeah. And then he said, "I don't know if I agree with the judges. It is what it is. I've already won in life." This motherfucker. Like
always thinking positive, man. You got to think positive, man.
I guess so. Well, good on him, but I hope he stops.
That negative influence, man, makes life harder.
Yeah, he was pretty. It was pretty terrible. Like I watched it, and I was not impressed, but I was glad he lost. Mostly because I'm just tired of his ass. That's about it. I'm not sure if it was him or his brother who did something like they went to Japan, and what's his brother's name? Logan? I think it's Logan.
Yeah,
right?
I think it is. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was his brother who went to Japan and visited the suicide forest over there, right?
Yeah, I got in trouble for that shit.
Yeah, and he fucking was like taking pictures with a dude hanging in a tree.
Yeah.
And was like, put it on his social media and like thought, like, in what fucking dimension is that okay? Like, what planet do you have to be from?
Fucking, what's that, Faces of Death?
I guess.
That shit that came out a long time ago?
Are you talking about what was on Spike? Like 1,000 Ways to Die or whatever?
They had that one, but no, like growing up, like in the 90s, they used to have these VHSs, and it's called Faces of Death, and that's all it was how people died.
Oh, that movie got banned, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one that got banned?
It was just like clips.
Like clips. Yeah, it was clips. But it was on VHS. It was like a banned VHS tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember that now. Yeah.
Them shits were scary.
You just reminded me of fucking 1,000 Ways to Die, though. Did you remember that show on Spike TV?
Yeah, I used to watch it.
There was actually a couple that actually really stood out to me. And one of them was this guy who, he was, I guess he was, what is it called when you're supposed to be in... I mean, as the end result. Yeah. But basically, he was out on parole. Right? And he wasn't supposed to be doing any illegal activities or anything like that, but he was with a hooker, and the hooker had pepper spray in her purse, right? So he's a cop pulls up to his car, and he's in the car with the hooker, and I guess he realized the hooker had the pepper spray, so quickly what he does is he shoves it up his own ass, because that's technically a weapon, and he was trying to hide it from the cop who was coming to the car, right? But I guess things kind of escalated between him and the police officer because of the, hooker in the vehicle. So the cop pulls him out of the car and slams him onto the hood of the car, and it sets the pepper spray off in his belly. So his stomach starts filling with this pepper spray, and it literally just burns him alive, like from the inside out.
That's sick.
Could you imagine how fucking terrible? When I eat a spicy food and I take a spicy shit, it hurts so bad. Yeah. Just imagine being burnt alive from like the inside out because of
pepper spray is horrible as it is.
Yeah,
now it's just stuck in. Oh man,
inside your body, and it went off. And I remember they were saying like the cop didn't know what the hell was going on or whatever, and the dude just fell down and he was like screaming, and then he just like stopped screaming because he couldn't fucking breathe anymore and he died. And he was just the fucking ambulance came and they realized what the hell happened. And then the other one that stood out to me from the same show, 1,000 Ways to Die, was a woman had escaped from like a jail, and she was it was at nighttime, and she was running through like a swampy area, right? And she had actually managed to get pretty far away from this jail, about an hour away from it, just on foot. And she figured, you know what, I'm just gonna lay low in this swamp while people search for me. It was fucking leeches, dude. Yeah, exactly. And she was in the swamp for like, I forgot however many hours. But over that time, she was covered in these fucking leeches. And I'm sure you know that when the leech bites you, it actually, you don't really feel it. Yeah. Because it numbs you.
On it, yeah.
But yeah, and she was covered in them and didn't even realize it. And then they found her body, and she was just head to toe covered in leeches, just floating in this fucking...
Yeah.
Dead, yeah. I was just like, damn, dude, that shit is
that's
crazy.
A horrible way.
Right? But I mean, is it?
Like,
you wouldn't even feel it. I guess. You would just literally go to sleep.
Yeah. A little deep sleep.
Yeah.
Why am I so weak?
So if you had to choose a way to go, how would you want to go? I choose the pepper spray up the ass.
Definitely leeches.
So you really sticking with the leeches?
That's hell yeah. Hers was probably like because all that blood loss. You're like, oh, why am I so tired? I'm just gonna rest, and you just never wake up again.
That's it. And you know what that sounds like? It sounds a lot like hypothermia.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same kind of thing. Like hypothermia, you get super cold, and then you stop being cold. And you literally just get sleepy, and that's why they tell you don't go to sleep if you're exposed to the elements like that. Because your ass ain't waking up. See, people, you learn survival tips here on.
Exactly.
Talking Trash
Don't
podcast.
fall asleep in a fucking swamp.
In case that's something you were, had going on.
You ain't gonna feel it. You ain't gonna feel it. Don't fall asleep in a swamp. Check yourself.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. It was pretty interesting stuff. Speaking of people dying, there was a 76-year-old woman who had terminal cancer in the UK. And instead of having like a funeral when she died, they just had a fucking party for her while she was still alive.
It's the best way to do it.
Right? Isn't that fucking cool?
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Man, have you seen them? Well, I don't know how true they are, but you remember that, was it Coming to America? They celebrated death?
I think so. I don't remember.
And pretty much they have a party with the dude in the casket there and everything like that. Like, have you seen that?
I think you're right. I think that might be Coming to America.
The second one.
I had I had a very distant cousin who didn't star in Coming to America, but he was in Coming to America. He was the limo driver.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's it.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
Yep, that's one of my very distant cousins.
Yeah, I know that guy. And
actually, I have another cousin who is actually probably the most famous person in our family. He's a breakdancer, and his name is Sweepy, and he was in like Pirates of the Caribbean as like a cannibal. He was like dancing around as like a cannibal, and then he's been in a bunch of like commercials for like Microsoft, like promoting their products, and he was in a Missy Elliott video.
He's got that look, huh?
Well, I mean, he's a really good breakdancer. He was in a Missy Elliott video. What is it? Get your freak on, right? Get your freak on.
You work it. Let me had that little girl. Yeah,
he was in that video, and the coolest one I think anyway is, have you ever seen the music video for the Beastie Boys, Intergalactic?
Yeah, I do remember that one.
Right? It's a giant robot fighting like a giant fucking like lizard or something, like Godzilla basically.
Yeah, something like
Yeah. My cousin's the giant robot.
Really?
Yeah. In the Beastie Boys video.
I'm talking.
I thought that was the coolest fucking thing.
Hell yeah, I grew up, I tell everybody.
Yep, that's it. That's how I pull the ladies. Right?
Exactly. That's how it started. That's how it started.
I have to explain that whole thing. Have you ever seen the Beastie Boys video?
Now as they get younger, they don't know what I'm talking about.
It's so stupid. But yeah, no, I thought that was pretty cool. You have any famous people in your family?
Hell no. If I do, I don't know.
So they ain't that famous, I guess.
Fucking when I was just you were talking about the 76-year-old and they celebrated terminal cancer instead of celebrating death. There's a lady I just saw on the news, 103, and she still goes to Mardi Gras.
103. Dude, Mardi Gras is probably what's keeping her ass alive.
Exactly. She has something to look forward to every year. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Down in what is it in Louisiana? Where's that? What's that one street that's like real popular?
Bourbon?
Bourbon Street. Yeah. Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras has got to be like fucking wild.
Oh, it is.
Right?
It's nasty too.
I'm sure. Like, it's nasty like all the time though, so I can imagine just when it's even like.
But yeah, exactly. Well, no, I used to be stationed in Mississippi, and we had a buddy that a lot of people when we were stationed in Mississippi, it was only an hour and a half drive back to New Orleans. So some people lived in New Orleans, and one dude he worked at a bar and he was security there. He got us access to the little balconies and stuff during Mardi Gras.
Oh, good nice.
Time. Yeah, that was good times.
There's a lot of those balconies and shit, like on the second floors, that you can actually just like get like the secret password from like the fucking the bartenders and shit. They'll like tell you, and they'll be like, "Oh, go say the secret fucking password," and then you'll just be able to get up to the top.
You know, or sometimes they tell you say this word, and then you look like an idiot.
Just tell you some wrong shit.
Rosebud, get the fuck out of here.
But then there's like other times you'll be walking down like the street or whatever, and there's like fucking people just vomiting on the street and like.
Oh yeah, all that fucking shit's caked, all that dirt and fucking throats just caked up on the side of the road, man.
And you see so many people just like shooting up and shit too, like off to the sides, and I'm just like, God damn, this place is fucking wild. And the cops just like walking around, like as long as no one's dying, they're like, all right,
yeah,
this is fine.
As long as there ain't no gunfire, we're all right.
Yeah, I guess it is what it is over there, but I mean that Bourbon Street's got a reputation, but it is fucking disgusting. That's a pretty disgusting ass place. So I got a question for you. We talked about this before. The movie called The Whale.
Yeah, we did talk about the whale.
Right?
Big dude.
Big dude, exactly.
Yeah, you want to go see what was the guy's name?
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Fraser. Yeah, the Mummy.
Yes. So people now are like, I was, because he's up for a bunch of Oscars for this movie, right? Like, or at least the movie is up for a bunch of Oscars, and one of them I think is Best Actor, right? And people are like up in arms. Basically, they're asking like, why are we supporting this guy was wearing like a fat suit? You know, like, wasn't the movie extremely fat phobic? So I was just thinking, like, do you see that as fat phobic? Like an actor wearing a fat suit to play a morbidly obese person? Like, is that considered
okay, so I've
fatphobic?
never seen the movie, but did he end up losing weight and stuff like that?
I mean, I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody, but
Okay.
no.
Well, then again, I look at it too. Is like, what actor would have filled that role then? That's plus size.
That's exactly what I was thinking, dude. Like, exactly. I was wondering when I was reading those comments, like, people are like, oh, I can't believe people don't see how fat phobic this is. So I wrote back, I was like, can you explain to me, like, why this is fat phobic? And then their response was, do some research. And I'm like, why is this always the fucking response?
That's yeah.
Like, do some research. So I responded, oh, they said do some research on Google and you get your answer. And I said, oh man, thanks for telling me about Google. I've never heard of it. You know? And then they said, oh, it looks like you definitely didn't do that Google search. And I was just like thinking, like, why couldn't you just fucking answer the question? And two, like you said, who the hell is going to want to work? What over 600 plus pound person would want to work, you know, fucking 12 to 14 hours a day?
Be able to act that role and give that emotion and stuff like that. Like,
no, but that's the last thing I was going to say is, like, they'd have to work for 12 to 16 hours a day on set for up to 9 months to a year, you know, and like those set conditions are not comfortable, you know.
Yeah. And
they're over 600 pounds, and they have to be an Oscar-worthy performance. Like,
exactly. Like, they're not just making a movie. That's what documentaries are for, I guess. You know, that's what those shows are for that you see on Oxygen Channel or whatever them shits are,
right?
Hallmark channels or whatever. That's what that's for.
So that just fucking, like, really, like, it got me thinking. I was just like, who could possibly do that? And I can't think of a single actor that just comes to mind who fits all of those criteria.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. Do you think it's fatphobic?
I don't think so. No. Not for no movie.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, honestly, I think the word fatphobic is being used incorrectly. Like, because to have like a phobia, to have like a phobia is like to be afraid of something, but
fear,
not a fear of fat people.
Yeah.
You know, like, that just seems kind of weird.
You gotta use Google, man. It tells you what fatphobic is. Look it up. Jesus.
Was that you who I was talking to? The person didn't have a face. So it very well could have been you.
Man, like something like if you would have commented on, like, well, then what actor should they lose? And nobody would have gave you an answer. Like, they would just like, won't you do some research? They don't want to give you a solution. They have all these problems, but nobody gives you a solution for it.
Dude, do your research is probably my fucking most, like, replied to. Like, anytime I ask something, I get that answer for fucking all types of shit.
I don't know.
Do your own research.
You're like, what the fuck?
I'm like, oh my god, you guys are fucking, y'all a bunch of silly geese.
Geese.
Silly motherfucking gooses. Geese-eye. Speaking of geese-eye, and let's just switch that word to fungi. Have you seen Last of Us?
I have. I've seen the latest episode.
You saw it? What'd you think of it?
That was a major filler. Like, I think they could have either broke it up. They could have like broke between other episodes in the show. They could have definitely broke that. They didn't have to drag out that storyline that long.
I agree.
But that's almost like with episode 3, they drug out that storyline. That took up the whole show. But I just don't. This last one it didn't do really nothing for me. Like,
no, I completely understand what you're saying. Like, episode 3 felt like it was world building. You know, like it was like kind of designing. Like, okay, hey, this also happened in the world that Ellie and Joel exist in.
Yeah, living on their own and stuff. I would never think that people were living on their own like that.
Right. So that's why I like 3 so much. But this episode is based on a DLC for the game.
Okay, is it?
Yeah, so it's not even part of the actual, like, core game. You know, they threw it in afterwards for people who wanted to pay the $10 or $15 to keep playing the game. and it literally felt like this episode was a DLC. Like it was like this shit was not necessary at all, you know. And yeah, I agree with you. It was a little too it was slow and just felt like it was awkwardly placed in the series.
Yeah, like I said, they could have broke that up like in the first or second episode.
Yeah, in like little chunks. They could even just showed it like little flashbacks.
Flashbacks, yeah.
Exactly. But instead they just had one long ass flashback and you're just like, this doesn't really fit with the whole like everything else. I mean, I get it. The show's still really good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to stop watching it.
I think when I go back and watch it, I'll just watch that as episode 2.
Just throw it in.
Just rearrange it, put that one right here.
Like, yeah, who is Ehle? That's basically what this episode was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's her backstory?
What's up with her? Yeah, it was underwhelming. Let's put it that way. Underwhelming for sure.
It's pretty interesting though. You said it's a DLC, and then how they just let's just plug it in here. They always talk about it on the game. Let's just throw this one in here. You know, wait a minute.
That was literally how it was. Even the story, they did a good job with like basically converting the DLC to the episode. Sure, they did a great. They've been doing an awesome job with that the entire show. But when you're actually playing the DLC, it's actually like, I don't know, it fit better than this DLC episode. It just, I don't know, it just felt forced, and I wasn't about it. It was very just, I would even say that this episode is skippable, and you won't really be losing anything in regarding, like, if you didn't watch this episode, you'd be completely fine with the rest of the show.
Yeah, the beginning and like the first 5 minutes and the last 10 minutes of the.
That's it. That's all you need. The rest of it's all filler. So, not about it. I was really kind of, I don't know why they decided to do that. Like, the show does not need filler. You only have, what, 8 to 10 episodes to tell this whole fucking story?
I wonder how many they're going to do. I mean,
I'm guessing probably 10 now, because I saw that this was episode 7, and then episode 8. I know, like, what's coming, you know? And episode 8 is not the end. I'm assuming episode 9 is not the end. It's going to be around 10.
Yeah, nobody stops at 9. Nobody stops at 9.
So it's got to be 10, I would guess. So yeah, that's all I really got to say about that for now. And then there was a movie that I saw that I wanted to bring up to you called All's Quiet on the Western Front. Have you seen that?
No. What's that on?
Okay, that one's on Netflix.
Okay. So
it's about 2.5 hours, and it's based on a book. It's a really old book where it tells a story of World War I from the perspective of like a German soldier's like diary entries. This story, the movie version, isn't diary entries or anything like that, but it still tells a story of World War I from the perspective of a German soldier towards the end of World War I, when, you know, Germany's about to lose.
Yeah.
But it basically just follows just a couple friends, one of them who obviously is going to be more of a main character than the rest, and it's just their journey through World War I. And it's a fucking super like powerful movie. Like, it's up for like 9 Oscars or something like that, I read. So yeah, if you get All's Quiet on the Western Front, dude. And the thing that like kind of blew me away was at the end it was talking about like how many people died in World War I, and it was saying like 17 million people died, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, but 3 million of them were on the Western Front of Germany. So in one spot in Germany, 3 million out of 17 million died in one area. Like, that's fucking crazy.
That's great, yeah.
Right? So yeah, that would just kind of blew me away. So if you get a chance, I'd recommend giving that one a watch. It was fucking super kind of, I don't want to say emotional, but you're just like, goddamn. It hurts. That one hurts. But
I had my little Netflix binges this weekend too.
What'd you got?
You ever watch Outer Banks?
No.
Man, well, okay, Outer Banks is like a teenage drama type shit, but you know, I like treasure hunt shit, but man, they're up there in North Carolina, South Carolina area, but
yeah, the Outer Banks.
Season 3 just got done, and there's 10 episodes. Man, I watched that shit all in fucking 10 hours.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I do my plan. I was like, Saturday I saw new Outer Banks came out. I was like, yep, I know what I'm doing Saturday. I'm going to the Outer Banks and check this out.
God damn.
Pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And then, man, they had this movie. Me and my dad watched it called The Strays.
Mm-hmm.
And The Strays, man, it's a fucked up movie. But
Strays.
yeah, so
Is it like a sci-fi movie?
it's not a sci-fi movie.
Oh, never mind then.
But man, it's pretty funny. And then so what I usually do, like after I see a movie like on like Netflix, I like to see what people on Facebook say about it. And man, they commented so wrong. They got this movie off so bad that they didn't even give it a chance. Because their version of it, if you look at the previews, their version of it was this lady moves into a white community, and next you know, black people move in, and she's like, that's what the movie's about. Why do they even call it The Strays? And then somebody commented like, why don't you just watch the movie? Because that is not what it's about. And stuff like
that was all she saw.
Yeah, that's all she saw, and that's what she based it on. I was like, golly, how do people... And then they bash it on social media, and they don't even know what they're talking about.
Dude, that sounds like if the woman went to go see Spider-Man, and she's like, this movie's about fucking a boy who just lives in filth and got bit by a spider. You know?
Exactly, yeah.
Didn't even see it. Didn't watch any, like, that is not at all what the hell this movie's about.
He got infected because he got bit by a spider. What the fuck?
Exactly, like, lady, what are you doing?
But no, Strays is, like I said, I can't say, because any little part that I say about this movie, man, it's just going to be like, damn, he just gave it away. But Strays is pretty interesting. It's up there. It just came out on Netflix, but Strays was pretty interesting. It took me for a spin. I didn't know that's where they were going with it neither.
Oh, okay. So it actually sounds like it might have a decent story to it.
Well, it's a fucked up story is what it is.
I mean, I don't care about it if it's just about, the black people moved into the neighborhood.
No. Well, I could probably give you, like, at the beginning, there's one...
Like that lady.
I think the lady... The main character, I think she's mixed, or she might be black, but she's trying to change her lifestyle, so she moves into a white community, and then she starts living that lifestyle. But then, like, what happens? People catch on to her her history, and they start bringing it up and stuff. But it's just, I can't say the people that are bringing up her history, because it's an important part of the movie. And then when it comes to the end, you're like, oh, that's why this movie. That's what. Right at the end, I was like, that's why this motherfucker's called Strays. It's just, it's okay. Fucked up. If you watch it, it's so fucked up.
Out of 10, what do you give it?
I mean, I'd watch it again. Don't get me wrong. I'd probably give it like a 7, probably 7 or 8.
7? That's pretty solid. 7's watchable for sure.
Yes, exactly. You know?
Not a masterpiece, but definitely watchable.
Yeah. And like I said, when you watch that, and you're like, that's why this motherfucker. I was like, why is it called The Strays? I don't understand it. But then, I'm like, oh no,
kind of comes together.
It's pretty funny.
I would give The Last of Us episode 7 probably like a fucking 3, honestly. I would probably give it a 3. And then I would give All's Quiet on the Western Front, the movie, I'd probably give it a fucking like 8.59.
Yeah, I might check that one out this week.
That shit's pretty dope. And The Whale, the movie itself, not the best movie in the world, but the acting's 10 of 10. Like, the acting is fucking amazing. But the movie itself is like a 6 or a 6.5. Like, it's watchable, sure. It's not gonna, like, the story's not fucking gonna blow you away or anything, but the acting is just so unbelievably good. Yes. So that's why I think he got nominated for, like, Best Actor, and the movie didn't get nominated for Best Picture. So
makes sense.
Is what it is, right?
Makes sense.
There was something I wanted to ask you about, something that happened in the gaming world, and I just want your opinion on it. So, I don't know if you know this, but I play a game called World of Warcraft.
When did you start this?
Let's say 2000 and fucking, I don't know, like 6.
Oh, God.
It's been a minute.
Facebook, yeah. Shit.
It's been a minute, yeah. So, basically the president of Blizzard, which is the company that makes WoW, his name's Mike Ybarra, right? So, him and all of his genius decided they wanted to cut everybody's bonuses, right? Down from 100% to 58%. Okay? They just had an amazing fucking quarter, right? So they just made a fuck ton of money. And then he cut everybody's bonuses. And then he basically told everybody to stop their bitching because the executives there also got their bonuses cut down to 58%.
Respect. It's a power move, man. It's a power move.
You think so? So not only did, like, everybody's bonus got cut. So from all the, the coders and artists and sound people, everybody got 58%. Along with himself, he said, I even got my bonus cut down to 58%. But he also didn't mention that his bonus is usually in like the millions.
Yeah, exactly. So his 58% is still in the millions.
Yeah, his 58% is a lot better than the 58% of someone who's getting bonus of like what, 10 grand or something like that.
Coder, yeah.
So, yeah, people are fucking pissed right now who work
but
there.
You know what? And then what he's doing, he's just challenging them. That's all he's doing. He's like, well, then leave, because all he'll do is hire somebody else for cheaper.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious, because that's like exactly where I was going with this. He was he put out another statement that says if their vision doesn't match with the company's vision, then they can go find some place that makes them happy, is what he said.
It's like move, man.
It was literally just like corporate speak for if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know,
we can find somebody else and pay them cheaper. They'll be happy with this cheap shit, and we're gonna get my products already out there. What I need y'all for, you know.
But that's a thing too, is like people are pissed off right now, you know, like everybody's like, what the fuck, this dude's a piece of shit and I'm never gonna play this game and blah 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 blah. But something like this happens like twice a fucking year, 2 or 3 times a year, and people still continue to play these games. Nobody ever fucking you know, so they know that people are fickle, you know, when it comes to like their stances on shit.
I'll tell you that. Now that I found that out, I'm not gonna download it.
Oh fuck! I shouldn't have told you, Mike.
I'm like the 1%.
You are, yeah. You're the one guy's like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I refuse. But yeah, so I just thought of fucking.
I'll show him. Fuck that dude.
You're breaking Mike's heart.
Yeah, exactly. He's looking at him. Who the fuck are you? Shit, who are you?
If you passed him in the street, you wouldn't know who he was. But yeah, no, I just thought it was kind of fucked up. And yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit, frankly. He also, there was like a kind of a scandal, not really a scandal, but basically one of the managers of at Blizzard was told that he's only allowed to give out like so many good performance reviews to his team, right? So say for example you got 10 people on your team, you would get like 3 of them would be like excellent, and then you would have like, I don't know, 5 there in the middle.
Yeah, that's just built like the military. Like, you can only give out a certain amount of awards. Yeah, only certain people get advanced, you know. That's
exactly kind of right. But the thing is, like, one of the
strict program here.
One of the managers was like, why would I, you know, why am I forced to give people on my team bad reviews if I don't think they did bad, you know? So yeah, what ended up happening is they ended up basically firing that guy because he refused to give his team bad reviews, because he was like, they're fucking good.
You gotta rank them. You gotta rank the teams.
But he was like, why should I have to do that? You know, my guys did fucking awesome. If everybody does awesome, what am I supposed to fucking do? Like an arm wrestling contest?
There's one that was slack. You can't just give everybody fucking trophies.
I suppose, but that was the hill he was willing to die on, you know? All right, Mike, on to our write-in question. All right. This person didn't leave a name, but their story's pretty good. So let's go ahead and give this. Let's see if you can help them out. All right.
We.
Nope, just you.
I speak French. I speak French. I mean, yes. Oui.
All right. So from Anonymous. All right. It says, my wife and I were watching a TV show where the main character was cheating on his wife with some other character. During one of the scenes where the guy is having sex with his mistress, I happened to be on my phone texting random friends. She immediately started accusing me of being unfaithful to her and that she wanted to see my phone. I'm a big believer in trust being the foundation of a strong relationship, so I told her to give me her phone if I gave her mine. She quickly changed her tune and apologized to me. Am I just being paranoid and getting suspicious of her now, or am I overthinking it? What do y'all think? Help me out. Also, no way is Ramboss 35. Full cap lion ass. Get that man a walker.
Damn.
Yeah, so...
How old are you, Nick? I think this guy's on to something.
Last I checked, you were the one with the knee problem.
Oh, yeah, I still do.
This motherfucker.
But, man, let me see. This dude, he's talking about... That's fucked up that his wife she wants to see your phone, but you can't see hers.
Yeah.
Women have them little... You know what? It's that time of the month. That's all it is.
You think so?
I think that has a lot to do with it, man. It has to be... He needs to find out what's her schedule.
You just ask her? Well, I mean, it is his wife, so I mean, he probably...
Yeah, exactly. You got to find out, because that's probably why she was acting like that. But then again, to not show you her phone, but she looks at. I mean, she wants to look at yours.
Yeah, she wanted to see his until he said, "Oh, let me
But
get
then,
yours
you know
back."
what though? She might just want attention like that.
Maybe
Women, they're pretty tricky species, man.
species. Yeah, I don't know. I think it sounds a little worse than that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
you're being
think,
nice
yeah.
about it.
To me, then all of a sudden, yeah, you know, don't worry about it. No, I'm worried about it now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I get from this. Is like she was all about, yeah, let me
Because
see
it
your
almost
shit.
feels like if I catch you, then later on when see, and that's why I did it because you were doing it. You know,
This is like a guilty conscience thing. You know.
Yeah.
Like she's got a guilty conscience, I think, because she's fucking around on him probably, and she's like, let me see your phone, so that way, like, you know, if I catch you, like you said,
Yeah,
then
exactly. I can still flip it on you.
Yep, exactly.
The only reason why I'm acting like this because you don't show me no attention.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on. I mean, in a situation like this, I would probably trust my instinct, and he's obviously suspicious because he says, "What am I, or am I just paranoid in getting suspicious of her now, or am I overthinking it?" So I think his instinct is saying like, "Hey, something's fucking funky with this."
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I don't know why she would be like, "Show me your fucking phone," and then be like, "I'm just kidding."
Yeah.
You know, when you're like, "Let me see your shit," and she's like, "No."
Yeah,
You know, never mind. I'm just kidding.
Forget I asked.
Just kidding. Yeah, fucking.
You know, let's get new phones.
Yeah. So I mean,
I was thinking about that today. Like, I was like, man, I have no problem with anybody going through my phone. I just have no problem with it. And
yeah. I think I told you before. If people look through mine, they literally just probably see like a bunch of memes and the like occasional picture of like my butthole.
Yeah, and if I had like a significant other, I'd be like, hey, you gotta understand, I got friends. You know, I got the other type sex friends. Like, it ain't just
Don't
I talk
trip.
to number dudes on my phone. These are fucking friends I got on here.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's what this guy's problem is.
Yeah, but golly, man, I don't know. Like,
She's cheating on him.
it's almost like you want to keep on like, no, let me see it. But then you almost feel like, damn, am I being an asshole about it?
Yeah. No, but I think legitimately, I think she's cheating on him.
Yeah.
Like that's what I get from this. If I was in his situation and like my fucking instincts were telling me like something's up here, like probably trust it on this one.
Yeah, I guess you go with the instincts. You got to go with the instincts on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think he's overacting.
No,
But
I don't think
again,
he
like,
is
how
either.
do you go about seeing her phone now? How do you go about challenging this person now? Like,
I don't know, because now think about it. So like, say she did, she did have stuff on her phone, but now because he already was like, "Give me your phone," and then she was like, "No," and now it's been however a week or whatever. Who says she hasn't cleared all her shit out and is like, "Here's my phone now," you know? Like, what's
he has to
that?
go and look at it's still on the phone somewhere. You can still see pictures, even though they delete them. They still hold them for 30 days unless you delete those ones.
I don't think this dude is like fucking CSI level like shit, you know?
Well, I'm telling them now.
Just giving them the secrets away. But yeah, no, I sorry, dude.
Yeah, it sucks. It
sucks.
I mean, I would have to think that way too, but I mean, they should just do the thing like, okay, a tit for tat, your phone, my phone, let's go.
And this dude called me. He said there's no way I'm 35, so I can't say I feel bad for you. So
yeah,
fuck you.
Tell me what's on your mind.
I hope she's cheating on you. Anyway, all right. I think we answered your question. It's probably not the answer you were looking for or wanted, but that's probably the truth. So good luck. And I am actually 35, so eat shit. All right, Mike, I got a would you rather for you.
All
right, you ready for this one? This one's actually not that bad, I don't think. All right.
Well.
So it's a would you rather get a face tattoo of your choice, right? But it has to be on your face, and it's probably going to be about at least the size of your hand. All right, pretty big. Right,
how about a palm?
All right, we'll go palm. We'll do palm. Palm size.
Yeah. Look. Are you serious? Size of my hand.
All right, we'll do palm. All right, so you can get a tattoo on your face the size of your palm, or get a tattoo that I choose, and I can put it anywhere on your body I want to. That's not your face.
Okay. Well, so would it be covered up?
It can be on a place that's covered up. So it could basically be from like your wrists up or from your ankles up.
Yeah.
So like you can wear jeans and shit like that, or like kind of look professional. You know, I'm not gonna throw some shit like on your fucking ears or some shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, okay.
But it can be anything. A tattoo of fucking anything I want somewhere on your body that can be covered up.
I'll go with your tattoo, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea, bro.
No, because but the real reason why I say that, because I met a couple people that lost some bets, and just to hear their story about where they got their tattoo, I was like, damn, that's a pretty cool ass story. I enjoy those stories.
Yeah.
And so that way, if somebody sees that too, like, hey, bro, that's a fucked up tattoo. What made you get it? I have a cool. I mean, it's not. I had to make some cool ass stories. Like, man, I mean, there's a dude we made a beginning and bet of the fucking football season. He said the Eagles were going to the Super Bowl. I said no fucking way. Sure enough, they went. And see, I'd make a cool ass story about it. Like, he even called the score, so I had to get the tattoo.
I guarantee you, mine would not be sports related.
I mean, yeah. I don't care if it's a tramp stat with a fucking penis on my back. I will have a fucking cool ass story. Whereas if I had to walk around with like a palm sized tattoo on my face, yeah,
it could be anything though.
Yeah,
it could be whatever you want.
A rose. It doesn't matter what you put up there. There's a fucking palm sized fucking tattoo on your face.
All right, I guess that's fair.
I don't even know like what would be a cool ass tattoo on your. I guess
on your face. I don't know. You can get a tattoo of my face on your face.
Yeah, that's
like
true. I can do
actual size.
Yeah, I can get it cut like this. Hey, I want this half to look like Nick with the skin peeled back and shit. So
that'd be some shit.
It would, but I mean, it wouldn't be cool to walk around with.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, especially when you get older. Then I gotta explain this shit to my granddaughter.
I got a friend who I don't know if she lost a bet or what the story is behind this thing, but I'm pretty sure it was literally just like a spur of the moment thing, and it's like a pirate. It was a peg leg pirate, named Steve, and she got it like tattooed like on her ass, and it's like her whole butt cheek was this peg leg pirate Steve or some shit.
Man, butt pirates. That's what they're.
Yeah,
fucking butt pirates. See, full fucking story.
Yeah, I just don't know why. I don't remember why she got it. It was like, dude, it's literally probably like, I don't know, 12, 14 years ago. But I just don't remember the whole story to that one.
I got a buddy of mine. He got a Broncos tattoo on his calf, and on his other calf, he has the I think it's a Florida Lee with the LSU like symbol on, or an LSU tattoo on the other leg. He's not an LSU fan, and he's not a Broncos fan.
Oh.
He just lost some bets. He's a Longhorns fan.
That's
he's a Dallas Cowboys fan.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
See what I'm saying? Like, I think I would go with the roll the dice and hey, yeah, choose my next tattoo.
All right, that's fair enough. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'd put on you, but it would probably be something that you could at least tell a story from.
Yeah.
Like I'll just take some time to think about it.
You can't be like, man, I'm gonna take up your whole fucking back.
No, it'll be like palm sized.
Yeah. It's gonna be a picture of me on your whole fucking back.
That's it, and my name just written all over you.
What's that mean? I mean, Nick, my buddy Nick, he got my back, so he just
yeah, he's just all over me.
He saved me one time on a deployment. I was walking in this damn strip club, and up a fucking dudes were in there, and he saved me. He said, "I got your back." Ever since then,
you just made me think.
Nick on my back.
I don't remember where we were, but I remember we were coming back to the ship, and I was already standing watch. You were coming back to the ship. And you were walking down the pier, and you were obviously fucking hammered.
This was fucking Japan.
And was it in Japan?
It was on base. Yeah, it was the base club, Galaxy or whatever shit called.
I was just watching you, and then somehow I just look away, and I look back like a split second later,
so
and you're just fucking. No.
Okay, well there goes that fucking tattoo I did.
And you were just like fucking, dude. It looked like somebody dropped you out of a plane, like, and you just like splattered on the ground. Your limbs were in like every.
They said I was direction. I had a backpack on. They said I was like a turtle.
It was a turtle. Yeah, you had a fucking dude. That was so fucking funny. I'll never forget that.
It wasn't funny when I woke up that morning. I tell you that.
And you had the scratch. You had the giant scratch.
Yeah,
on your face.
I had a big old fucking scar on. I hit the damn pier, the railroad track. There was railroad tracks like right there.
See, you could already do the cool tattoo because of the scar, and you look dope.
Cool. Everybody fucking stared at me. Fucking so we had stores the next day.
Yeah.
And it was raining that day, and I had duty the next day. And man, the captain, he's walking off the brow, and I'm standing right at the middle of the brow. He comes, looks at me, I had a hood on because it was raining. I'm gonna pull my hood back, and I was like, "There's a cool story to it." he just shook his head, kept on fucking walking.
That was so fucking good. Oh, classic.
And then, you know, the worst thing about it, what I hated about, like, people were like, man, so is that an alcohol related incident? I'm like, nobody got hurt, nobody got in trouble. I mean, what?
Yeah, what's the incident?
Back, you know, that's one thing, how the things change. Everybody just wants an alcohol related. They want a fucking cool ass story, like, man, people should get in trouble for this. Man, I made it back to the ship.
For what?
Do you want?
Yeah, dude,
I didn't go out there and fight nobody.
That shit was amazing. Yeah, no, that shouldn't be an alcohol-related incident. Yeah. Like you said, nobody got hurt. I mean, you got hurt, but you hurt yourself. Yeah, so that's not like...
no damage to no fucking property or nothing like that.
All right, that's cool.
Good times. Good times. I had a safety brief about it. They put me on the safety brief. The brow was wet, man. It was raining, man.
Whatever your excuse is, I buy it, sure.
Yeah, it got me this far in life, so shit, I'm sticking to it. Nice. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
One of the tattoos I saw that was actually pretty cool was this person had like a really shitty tattoo done of like Pikachu, you know? And it was this really shitty Pikachu. And then she wanted it covered up. So what the Pikachu, what the artist did, the new tattoo
artist. He put
artist,
a Pokemon ball.
No, he put like the shitty, so he took the shitty drawing of the Pikachu, real small, and he had it like Pikachu was painting that shitty drawing. So he drew like an awesome version of Pikachu painting that.
That's pretty funny.
And it looked fucking awesome. I'm going to post it. I'll post a picture of it so people can see it.
That's pretty funny.
But that was probably one of the cooler tattoos I've seen in some time.
Funny. And that's what I'll do to yours. If you pick a tattoo and I'll just frame it and make it look like somebody.
Some dumb shit. All right, Mike. So before we get out of here, what are you enjoying at the moment that you want to share with the audience?
Man, well, I'm kind of sad, man. My show just ended its series for...
Is it ghost hunting?
Huh?
Something ghost hunting or
no,
detective?
It's detective, though.
Of course.
Alert Missing Person Unit. Man, that was a great show. You should check it out. It's on Fox, man. They probably got it on demand.
Alert Missing Persons Unit. That's what you're enjoying.
Yeah, it's great shit.
I am enjoying arm wrestling videos right now. I've been
where they break their arms?
I actually saw one where a person did snap his arm.
Yes, that's what I can watch them.
I saw some other ones where they just snapped their tendons. You know, like you could hear it fucking like pop, like bah. Yeah, and then I've seen those videos too.
I can't watch those slap ones neither.
I used to watch those occasionally. I'll watch a clip here and there, but those people are just like literally giving each other fucking CTE. You know, that's all it is.
Yeah.
I personally would not do that. Like that just seems so stupid. But I would do the arm wrestling. I've always been pretty good at arm wrestling, honestly.
I just can't. I just always picture I'm gonna break something.
You think so? I don't know, but I was good at it like growing up against like my friends and shit like that, and like other people in my age. I don't know if I'm still good at it. I doubt it.
Oh, you seen watching those shows, man? Them motherfuckers take that shit serious.
They do take it serious. But the thing is, a lot of it's technique, you know, because like there's some pretty small people
down in them and shit like that. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, well, there's some guys like the guy there's one dude who I follow. I can't remember his name, but he's like 165 pounds, maybe 175 if I'm being like generous. And this dude beats people who are easily 250 to like 300 pounds, like consistently, and it's just his technique. And like he'll be going against him, whatever, and then like he'll be like giving him tips. He's like, pull your shoulder in, like bend your wrist more, and like
exactly.
It's awesome.
Now look at me,
now give me a kiss.
Eye contact. You gotta make eye contact.
But it's really impressive. Just shows you like technique. So like this I say little dude, but he's like I said, $165, whatever. But he's dominating people who are significantly larger than him, and it's purely just technique. There's no way he's actually stronger than these people, But technique-wise, he just blows them out of the water, so they can't do anything. And it's just really cool. But the thing is, like, I was watching, and it seems a consistent problem, I guess, is that he'll even arm wrestle like females who are like really, really good arm wrestling, for their gender, right? But they get so mad when they lose. They get fucking pissed, and it's like a common thing I see that the women are just getting so angry when they lose against this guy.
That damn testosterone, man.
I don't know what it is, dude, but it's just like a common thing. They lose their fucking minds, and they're like again, and they like get really mad, and I'm like, did they really think they're gonna beat this guy? like
He's lost 3 times. Give up.
Like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, they need to chill out. But yeah, that's about it. Arm wrestling videos.
Maybe that's what old buddy needs to do with his wife, man. Arm wrestle for the phone.
Just challenger.
Yeah. All right, if I win.
That shit's mine. All right, so I think we're good. You got any tea left?
No, a little splash.
Little splash.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll call this one. Call this one quits. All right. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. If you want to contact us, feel free to head over to our website at www.talkintrashpodcast.com to leave a recommendation or to just drop a line and say what's up. If a web form really isn't your thing, you can just email us directly at Ramboss or Ehle at talktrashpod.com. And make sure that you follow us on social media. All right, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or even on Anchor or Spotify if you just want to hear our sexy-ass voice.
Yeah.
And guys, make sure you subscribe, all right? We're trying to grow.
Not just the guys, man. Not just the
everybody.
guys.
Everybody.
Yes,
please,
everybody.
please. Help us out. Drop a subscribe. We really, really appreciate it. Tell your friends. Leave a comment. Share, right? That'll be great. All right? And most of all, don't forget to keep talking that trash. Peace.
Peace.